All right, so the things you should not still have shaded. Don't shade your nose, that's tomorrow. Don't shade the mouth, that's the next day. But if you have your skin on there, it's all refined, then you're ready for your eyes. And if you have some skin around the eyes already, then you're gonna obviously refine it with kneaded eraser, darken where you need to. So you're following these steps that we went over with the eye practice from yesterday. All right, so I definitely have my image out because you're trying to match the image. And if you have glasses on, glasses are gonna be one of the last things we add because it goes on top of everything else, and then we can get a clean line with mechanical pencil. Do you have a pass?
No, I'll do my pencil.
Huh?
I'll do my pencil.
Okay. And then if your eyes are pretty small, you might have to trade your ID and get one of the pencil top erasers as well for tiny, especially glasses, like all the little reflections. All right. So I'm starting out exactly how we did yesterday. I'm looking for where's it the darkest. And so I am gonna go a little bit where the crease is with some 6B. And so I'm using 6 because this side of his face is fairly dark compared to the other side. I'm gonna put a little bit of value where the lashes are going to be. All right, then I'm looking for where do I need to add more value. With a little scoop under his eye. He has a little bit of shadow above. And it's darker in this inside corner. And I'm not trying to put a lot, especially because I'm working with 6B, and I'm going to use it to kind of move around anyway. All right, so you're going to refine skin, or put skin on if you haven't put skin on. And I'm not really worried about the contour outline of the glasses just yet, because we're going to refine after the eyes are finished anyway. I'll do a short demonstration maybe tomorrow or next week for people with glasses on, about just some reminders about your glasses. Okay. So remember, if you're working in a small area, use your small blender. And I'm pretending like the glasses aren't there. So when I'm fading down, and I can still see them through there, and I want to make sure the value inside the glasses is the same as outside. And here I can still see my glasses like right there. And so remember, it looks a little crazy because I don't have the value of the actual iris yet. So let's smooth everything out. Okay, then with kneaded eraser, you're going to pinch it. And so I'm working in tiny areas, so I'm going to pinch it into a little tiny cone shape. And I'm going to look at where the eyelids curve out. And I'm looking near the tear duct a little bit. And he has a little bit of a, like, it's probably a little reflection in the glasses right here. And then I feel like I got a little bit dark up here because then I'm looking at like the difference between inside the glasses, outside the glasses. So I'm going to blot a little bit with my kneaded eraser to lift out some of the value. And then I'm going to gently blend again. So my blender is getting pretty dirty, so therefore before I blend in that area, because it's a light part, I'm going to twist and kind of clean off my blender on the newspaper. And I'm going to use light pressure to gently go over what I did with the kneaded eraser. For eyebrows, we still haven't done eyebrows, but as you're adding skin, I just kind of blended over them because we want the skin to show through the hairs. And so you're going to want skin on there. And I can still see my outline. So I just kind of like go over that area, pretend like they're not there. And then we'll come back and put eyebrow hairs on there when we do hair. So that'll be the day of hair. Okay. All right, then, because this eye is fairly small, I'm going to use all mechanical pencil. And so I'm looking at the little specks of light that I need to leave alone. I have his pupil here. So even if you're, and pupil goes behind that actually a little bit. Even if you can't see your pupil, we're going to add it in there. Like he has a slightly darker area here where the pupil is. And then I'm going to go around the little speck of light. I'm going to do my darker ring. Refine my edge. So I'm going to do a light layer with mechanical to get it to be the value that it is. And then I am going to put the little striations on there. So I'm still adding a texture. Even though his eyes are really, really dark. All right, then I'm just going to kind of touch blend a little bit. And I'm going to make the kneaded eraser really pointy. I'm going to make sure that little gleam of light stays in his eye. Okay, now I'm going to look at value on the eyeball itself and shadows underneath. So I'm going to put value where his lashes are going to go. And then there's a little bit of shadow along the eyelid. Like a little bit more shadow in the curve of the eye. And his waterline is dark. So I'm actually going to add his waterline in there. And the inner corner is dark because that side of his face is in shadow. All right, then with my small blender, I'm going to blend over where the lashes go. I'm going to blend over the eyeball and the waterline. And then with kneaded eraser, he has a couple reflections on the eye over here, which is really hard for you to see. I wonder if I can zoom in. Oh, that's even harder to see on this TV. Anyway, so like at the top of the eyeball, there's a little bit of light reflection, and then like right along his waterline. So you can, off padding, if you're going to use this eraser, use it off padding. And so I'm going to pull back out a little bit of reflection, a little bit of reflection. I'm going to go back and refine and darken the iris. All right, then I feel like his eyeball needs to get a little bit lighter. Okay. So for his eyelashes, I can only see like the outer corner of them. Like I can see them where they're like flicking off to the side. But we know there's eyelashes like all along. So I'm going to scribble off padding where the lashes are so you can create some texture. And then I'm going to add in the couple lashes I can see. And then bottom lashes, his are really, really short, like barely there. Obviously not blending. So I'm going to double check. Do I need to fix anything? Like I need to make that crease a little bit darker. And so if you're refining with mechanical, I would try to get it to where you don't have to go back and blend. So I'm just trying to be really gentle with mechanical. All right, then if there's any reflections near the rim of the glasses, I would put those in now. So I'm looking at like, do I see thickness? Like I see a little bit of reflection here, right underneath where the rim is going to go. A little bit along this edge. And then there's some here, but I would do my background first and then I would erase that a little bit. So if there's or if there's like a shiny part of the glasses right here, you're gonna erase out. I'd probably use this eraser for that. Okay, so again, no eyebrows, no nose, no mouth yet. Today is the day that you should be doing eyes and refining skin. All right.